everybody. It's the 9th of September, 2 days until Patriots Day.
That's September 11th?
Isn't that what it's called?
Patriots Day?
I think September 11th is Patriots Day. Can we look that up?
I just thought it was a sad day to remember forever.
Yeah. It's the cool lamps day or the cool lights day.
beams.
Yeah, the
That
beam-
does, I mean, I feel very... It's intense because it's like trauma. All right, let's not even do this.
This is the dates. We're trying to say our dates. Anyways, it's September 9th. Mike watched 9/11 with his heart. And I woke up with a hangover. That's how I found out about it. But no, I am going to be in your neck of the woods. I will be in Houston with my wife. She's the headliner. I know. Embarrassing. But then I will be in Columbus, Ohio, Indianapolis, Indiana, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Morgantown, West Virginia, and then later in October, I will be in Toronto and Hamilton, Ontario. So please come out to those. punchup.live.com/AndyHaynes.
Nice. Yeah, I'm punchup.com/Mike Cannon or MikeCannonComedy.com, whichever you'd prefer. On the 17th of September, I'm going to be in Milford, Connecticut at the MAC. September 19th through 20th, I'm in Levittown, where the seed of my family was burgeoned. Spilled. Yeah, 8 times minimum.
Gross.
Gross is right. But I'll be at Governor's Comedy Club. Very excited for that. 2 shows, the 19th and the 20th. Then at the end of the month, September 26th and 27th, I'm in Portland, Maine at the Empire Comedy Club. I love that place. That will sell. So come out to that. And then I'm going to be in Emmaus in
Great
October.
Chinese food.
Really good Chinese food, right? Emmaus, Pennsylvania in October. Wilmington, Delaware. Chicago, Illinois. All at MikeCannonComedy.com or PunchUp.
How'd you book Wilmington, Delaware?
I'm actually Ian.
Oh, nice.
No, I'm kidding.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Kidding. Good joke, Mike. I have an Uncle Tom.
You do?
Yeah, Tommy.
I think it's different when you're black.
It's definitely dead. But he's the opposite side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
my Uncle Tom is more of the aggressor than the placator.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Did I use that right?
Yeah.
Placator.
Yeah, I
Nice.
thought you seemed like you knew
Talking
what you
about
were doing.
words.
Appreciate it, dude.
We've been on a big word kick.
Word, really? You know
Yeah.
what word's been whooping my ass?
No,
Diaspora. I've been calling it
yeah.
diaspora.
you can call it
That's
a
my
diaspora. You
cousin's
can call it
name.
a diaspora.
So I got one too.
I think you can say diaspora.
Can you? Because everybody, when I say it, they're like, diaspora, I'm like, you knew what I was saying though.
Right.
Right.
And that's the point of
Yeah,
a word.
Smart ass.
And you phonetically made it work.
Yeah.
What is it?
Something about beef, strife.
No.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Andy, teach us.
It kind of is. No, diaspora is like the community at large outside of like a homeland. So like
I was completely wrong.
but no,
So
it is
Harlem,
like
the African community in Harlem,
they are
is
a
the
diaspora,
of,
but they don't necessarily leave because of strife. I mean, most of them like the Jewish community in New York is part of the Jewish diaspora. The Chinese people in New York are part of the Chinese diaspora.
I see.
Okay,
and
so
you
I
can-
still don't know what
So
you mean.
Mott
then.
Street is a diaspora.
That's
Maybe.
it's
Part of
Chinese?
Chinatown, right?
Yeah.
The people are the diaspora.
So it's not the area.
No,
So Crown Heights is not a diaspora.
no.
Those that inhabit.
Are like the
The Sid's
Caribbean diaspora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, Andy, you're quite bright. You do a lot of like Sudoku?
To crossword.
Damn,
That's my
there it
shit.
is. There it is. Now you can tell you're on a different level intellectually.
Your eye
Diaspora-
is so much worse than I thought.
I know. You see it?
Let's
It's
switch sides. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna put my shades on.
It doesn't do any justice over here because then he looks over and I'm like, dude, did you get knifed at the inside of your
I think you had a
eyeball?
black eye. I didn't know that they tried to cut your eye out.
It literally, bro, it got crazy. They were
You were hanging in an African bar.
the diaspora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're part of the diaspora.
I was part of it. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. It's been a long time since I've been in a bar altercation because I'm not that kind of guy. I really am a chill dude. Y'all know me fairly well. I don't really bother nobody.
Mhm.
So, for me to even be in that was ridiculous. But I'm from the South. I was raised to be a gentleman. So if I see a woman in an altercation with a man,
I throw money on the man.
yeah. Next time I will.
think the guy's gonna take it.
Yeah, the side betting. I need to just side bet, but he pushed her. And I think part of it is because I have a daughter.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, God, I would hope if she was in a situation that somebody would at least try to have her back, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so she hits the ground. So I get active with this guy and we get into a tussle and then we get to the ground and I
Were you faded?
oh yeah.
Oh,
It was 3:30 in the morning.
I like that use.
Yeah. My
Faded.
boy can go anywhere he wants to go with it. You know what I mean? But
He's
yeah.
a part of any diaspora.
Yeah, that's my
I'm a
boy.
chameleon.
Big Dick Andy, my
Yeah.
nigga. But no.
I'm glad that's getting
That's
around.
the title of the episode.
Glad that's getting
I'm glad
around.
that's getting around.
Finally, you get your
Finally,
flowers.
Rosebud put some positive information out about me. Jesus Christ. It's been a while.
EDAMN.
Yeah, that's my dog right there. But yeah, I get into it. I hit him a couple times, and then his friend, I guess he cleans me up with like a bar stool or something. Like I just I see it coming, so I tried to miss it. It clipped me, so that's why if he would have made full contact, that would have split me
Well, I
open.
mean, the weird part is there's no real swelling
Not too
around
bad.
your
Yeah,
eye.
yeah.
It's as if he just put a knuckle on your retina.
Yeah,
Like he
yeah.
just targeted your eye.
and that's what it
perfectly.
is. I think he tried
Phil
to
just
gouge
has,
me.
he just has pink eye, and he's just like, I got in a bar fight.
Because I'm ashamed to admit I've
What
been
if he
smelling
ate
farts. Yeah, I ate some ass and was ashamed to tell y'all. Yeah, I've been conjuring up this story the whole train ride here.
Okay, you were an African bar. It was an African guy. I believe that.
Make it as out of our context as possible.
Yeah.
Andy and
I
Mike
don't know
would
what
never
happens
be
in
there.
African bars. Harlem, I've only been to the Whole Foods.
Taking African booty scratcher to a whole nother level.
I feel
I
like
have nothing to add to that.
it wasn't it wasn't that bar that there's an African bar that there's a show in Harlem.
That is exactly the bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Shrine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
What's the show?
There's a show like every weekend.
What's his name?
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish Gainer does the Brown Sugar Show.
Cool.
At the Shrine every weekend. I think it's like, and the thing is, the Shrine I've been to a lot. I've never had a problem, but it's one of those places that stays open till 4, and it gets the crowd gets a little edgy.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
The later the
Post
night goes
2
on.
a.m. alcohol sales is insane.
Yeah.
On a what night of the week? Was it a weekend?
No, this was 2 nights ago. So today's what?
Monday.
Wednesday? It was Monday.
A Monday night
Yeah.
bar fight.
That is
That's
a way.
wild.
And today's your birthday.
And today's my birthday. And you should have the disappointment in my mom's voice.
Yeah.
She's like, it's time to take an inventory of our life
Wow.
at 37.
I
Yeah.
hate that.
Yeah, and
I
I'm
hate
like,
that for you.
she's like, I hate to kick you while you're down, but
They love
why would you even be in that type of position? I said, when is the last time you heard me fighting in a bar?
Right.
Ever. I said, it was just wrong place, wrong time.
Well, and not to mention, like the basis of it is kind of chivalrous. Like you were trying
This
to
is how
do
you
the right
raised me.
thing.
Don't
Yeah.
let men beat women. This
It's
is how
her
it's
fault.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. But this is the part that fucked me up. She was like, and I don't want to harp on it, but I know you're doing your best, but if you were more successful, you wouldn't find yourself in those type of places.
Oh my
I don't
God.
like that.
And I
at
was
all.
like, yeah.
that's not true though.
You're like, Mom, you have no idea how much more black rooms pay than regular comedy clubs. You don't know a damn
Cool.
thing.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, if I was more successful, she was like, your sister, she hangs out at the DoubleTree and the West Ends and so
DoubleTree?
And I'm like, she was like, and so you wouldn't even get in those situations if you were. I was like, yeah. How do we know she's not hooking? I don't know.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I don't know if the DoubleTree is really what I would call a landmark of success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about the DoubleTree bar, but yeah, maybe I should start looking
I've
at those.
never heard of somebody throwing out like just chain hotel.
I love
as
that.
their like. Clearly, she's doing pretty good.
She drinks at these high-end bars.
She drinks in hotel bars.
Yeah. And again, when she said it, I was like, I don't know if you know how this sounds, but I was like, I have some questions for my sister now.
Yeah, for real.
Why are you spending so much time in hotel lobbies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you got a new phone though.
So I found my old phone in my storage, and I just got it activated. It's an iPhone XS. I think it came out in 2010. I don't know.
Shit.
Yeah.
And it still works.
Still got all my nudes. So.
No
Good.
kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, what a fun little
we're back.
gift.
We're back.
What a gift. Oh, yours. You're
No,
like,
no.
I have youthful nudes that I can now send out.
No, I'm talking about my archives of all the other ones
see.
that people have sent.
I feel like you should get. This is a debatable thing, and I get that like it's very sensitive. But I think if somebody sends you a nude, you're not allowed to share it.
Sure.
You're not allowed to show it to other people, but you do get to keep it.
Yeah.
Like there's this like movement to like when you break up with somebody or you start hooking up with them that you're supposed to delete all the nudes.
Yeah.
What movement?
Girls have asked me that. Girls have asked me
women who
to
sent
delete
me
their nudes.
nudes.
Yes. Yes. Andy's on. I'm telling you, it is. And it's kind of strange. Like, hey, you remember those pictures I sent you? I'm like, could you like, I'm like, from 3 years ago?
Yeah, this isn't Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I was like, nobody cares. She was like, "What if your phone were ever to get hacked?" I was like, "They'd be able to put the dots together to know."
You think that's
Right.
you think I'm getting hacked?
Yeah. Right.
I'm hanging out.
I just got in a
an
fight at
African
the
bar
shrine.
on Monday.
Right.
Cut to a kid in Dar es Salaam jerking off to your ex right now.
In Senegal, just going at it. All these premium white women.
He's wearing a Buffalo Bills Super Bowl championship T-shirt.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's amazing. No, that's that. I mean, if that's how it went to use, I'd be like,
But yeah, then
touche.
she should be like, that's like you're donating. That's
Right.
like Tom's shoes.
I'd rather give one of them.
Send a nude, get a nude.
Yes. I would rather send a poor African kid nudes of American women versus 10 cents a day for food they're not going to get.
Oh my God, they'd be so stoked
Yeah,
about that.
come on. He'd be like,
That's
dude,
pretty
yeah.
good.
A white
Yeah.
nude a day?
A white nude a day.
Whoever Phil is, he is a god now.
I'm just in bedrooms across Africa.
They have a shrine. That's great.
His iPhone 14. Just like this guy.
This guy,
Both
man.
for his alien technology and whatever is inside it.
Well, we should probably introduce our guests. Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Beautiful Boys. I'm Andy Haynes.
I'm Mike Cannon.
And we are joined today by hilarious gentlemen.
Phil Duckett.
Phil Duckett
Ouch.
with one eye.
It hurts so, the light hurts so bad.
Oh, no, dude. Is it scratched? Did you go to
I didn't go. My mom said you didn't go to the hospital.
You should go.
You
Yeah.
think so?
I mean,
'Cause I still have
they're not going to
vision.
do anything. They might give you drops, though.
Okay, got
Yeah.
you. And
I
so
still have vision. That's good. I mean, that is a
I was
that's
like,
a
my
positive.
retinas must be attached. I can still see.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, so you closed it and did the whole thing?
Yeah, I did my own vision test.
Okay.
Where I put a piece of paper with letters up and taped it to my
printed.
window. I wrote it.
You Google Map or Google image search eye chart,
Just
printed
traced
it out.
And then I taped it to my wall and see how far I could walk back and still read it. I was like, nigga, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
One eye works.
Yeah. Well, I have 20/10 vision, which is the
Really?
best you can have.
That's like Ted Williams.
Everybody thinks 20/20 is, but if you know anything, 20/10 is the best. And that's really what I'm afraid of. Like, what if he scratched it enough where I'm at 20/20?
Yeah, now
Scratched
you're
out that
just a
10.
plebe.
Yeah. Now I'm just a normal basic ass bitch.
What yeah, well, what did you use it for? You know, like did you
Well, I used
were
to be
you
able
good
to
at baseball?
read signs quite far away. Like I'm on the interstate. I never miss my exit.
Yeah.
Because I can always see it. No, that's why I used to.
I think I might have 2010. I'm
Think
not
so?
trying to like flex on you
It,
at all.
it
but
seems like
I
it.
feel like I can-
You didn't know that until now. You one up.
I don't remember the last because I've never had bad eyesight, so I've never taken an eye test. Like can't remember the last time
Well,
I took
normally
an eye
you
test.
do like a physical for like
Yeah.
sports and shit.
I don't think
make you
they
do
gave me an
vision.
eye
Even when
test.
you renewed your license, you didn't have to do it?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, because I had to do it for my most recent renewal,
Yeah.
and we have a family friend who's an optometrist, and I went in there, and I'm like sitting in the chair waiting for it, and she's like, "Okay, what do you see?" I was like, "Yeah, whenever you drop it down, like let me know." She's like, "It has been up."
Oh.
She's like, "It has been up."
You're blind
She's
as
like, "I
shit.
can't, in good conscience, send you out into the world, and you drive a lot." She's like, "You gotta get glasses."
Yeah.
dude. You
Is
have
that
to."
when you got them? Because you didn't even know your vision was bad.
I didn't
though?
know my vision was bad. I knew it was like I've seen what was that scary movie with Liv Tyler and then the guy from Felicity, and they had like burlap masks on. They were in the woods, like
The
a house in
Others?
the wood. Maybe the
Hills
others.
have, yeah, I know what you're-
Something like
I think I
that.
know what
But
you're
there was
talking
a
about.
scene in that which made me really know. I was always bad at video games, so I kind of knew I couldn't see fine stuff. But there was a scene in that where like one of the people faded from the black and like came into vision, and the whole theater was like, and I turned to my friend, I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Dude, you can't
What?
see, man."
I love the Mike is from a part of do you know Rockland County?
Yes.
He's from Rockland County, and he very often will like let out like a little tidbit that like is kind of coal miner adjacent. Where he's like, Pappy didn't have money for them glasses. And I'm like, what? We're in Manhattan.
Coal miner Jason.
You just were going around just bad-eyed for like a decade.
Yeah, I just thought I was like bad at video games and like
That was your fault.
Yeah, I thought it was my fault.
Man, my eyes
aren't working.
I gotta work out.
Tapping the side of your face like an old TV.
Yeah, if I could, I'd remove them, blow in the holster, and then pop them back in.
Oh,
See if
yeah.
it gave a refresh.
little reset.
The kids are never gonna know that. It's
No.
a bummer. The blow
My
in the-
son just found out he may be near or farsighted because I think I told you this. I'm not sure, but they took a picture. Like they have an app on the phone.
Oh yeah, you
or
were
something,
saying that.
and they took a picture of his eyes, and it could say like, "Oh, there's irregularities."
The younger one.
The younger one,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but also when you're young, there's this weird thing in optometry, which we were told by the aunt that we have in the field, and she was like, "Yeah, it's almost one of those things. Though you should only get corrective lenses if the vision is so bad that they literally can't see, or if it's like to correct a lazy eye, because otherwise you're more or less reinforcing the bad vision, and it's going to get worse.
It's getting weaker 'cause
instead
it
of
has a
potentially
crutch.
like they could grow out of the like irregularity or whatever.
It's like wearing ankle braces when we were playing basketball.
Yes.
People who wore ankle braces had the weakest ankles, but if you tore it, you twisted and got taped,
Mhm.
you could build up that strength again. But once you started wearing the braces, you were gonna roll your
God, I've
ankle every
missed you on
time.
this podcast,
Yeah.
buddy. That is a reference right up my ass.
Yeah,
I fucking,
you remember
that's
that.
perfect.
Yeah,
I never had that.
You never taped an ankle?
I mean, I taped an ankle for soccer, but I don't remember it being like, because you were talking about ankle braces.
Yeah, we used to have ankle like braces.
Thick one, yeah,
with
which
that-
that,
with the- yeah.
like plastic would slide in, and you
It's
tie
so
it.
weird that soccer doesn't really like have ankle type of.
problems.
No, which is why Kobe, he was like obsessed with soccer sneakers and how the cutting and all that
That's
stuff.
why he got the low cuts. He
That's
started
why
the low
he did the
cuts.
low cut, and then he fucking popped his
Achilles because it didn't. Yeah, fuck
and then
the
he
ankle.
changed it to like having sneakers up to mid thigh.
Yeah.
You got the.
I've never understood that. I see all the kids wear low cuts to KDs, and I was like, when I hooped, I don't think I would ever have liked those because I would have been too nervous. My ankles were gonna just be shot. to
Totally.
shit. Yeah, I needed that support.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw a guy though. I watch. I don't know if you guys watch like sneaker refurbishers
Yeah.
online, where they
Sometimes those
can
videos.
bring one back to life,
Yeah.
or even take a shoe and create something
Yes.
completely different. So he took the Kobe's that are like super high. They look like wrestling.
and he
sneakers,
cut them. I saw
and
that
he made
video.
them low tops.
That was sick.
They look unbelievable.
Yeah.
They're like the coolest sneaker
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
You'll never find on any market.
No,
They're
of course
one on one.
not. No, now Nike is probably going to send
Pay
him a
him.
cease and desist.
Pay him,
And
like,
then,
bring it
yeah,
on.
Do it
It's so
for
funny how
themselves.
they do that. Something looks great. They're like, yeah, that's got to stop.
Yeah, we
gotta
never
stop that right
should
now.
allow that back into the world.
Yeah.
I was thinking about what if I was so into the same thing that I actually got low cut ski boots.
That'd be fire though. That would low key.
That would be cool if you were
Ski
just
boots
clunking
this
around.
low. I was just like, yep.
That would be dope. Do you know what I wanted to try? And maybe you probably did. I don't know if they were called road dogs. Is that what they were called? Where they were the
Raw
short
dog.
skis.
Oh.
It was when rollerblading was really big, and they
They're
were like, let's see if we
called,
can create rollerblades for the snow.
I think they were called snow blades.
Snow dogs?
And we.
I'm talking about the wheelie shoes.
No, so this was
they're really short
for
skis, and they were like
on the snow
just so
hills.
you know, they were like the rollerblading of skiing. We really,
Of course.
made fun of them quite a bit.
Well,
So I'm glad you didn't get there.
I mean, I never even got on a hill.
Really?
I've only been
No,
one.
I didn't go snowboarding until I was in college.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
I went one time, but it was at in Jersey in the mall at
Oh,
American,
is
at
that
American
fun?
Dream. It was awesome.
Because I'm thinking about taking
It
my
was
daughter
so
over there.
it was so cool. But here's the thing, of course, if you've ever been really snowboarding, which my ex at the time we were together, I was having so much fun. She was like, "Yeah, this isn't real skiing." But I mean, it's real ice. It's really cold. And my black ass, I'm like, nigga, I'm skiing. What are you talking
Is it
about?
big?
It's really big. There's a ski lift in there. It take you up to the mountain in the mall. Like, and it's covered in snow. And
That's cool.
I wanna
it
go.
was really cool.
Your
Yeah.
guy goes there. Your editor.
Jaden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He posts videos sometimes.
There's a
of him
water park
snowboarding.
in there.
Oh, really?
Dude, it is cool. If
Yeah, Schultz rented it for his birthday one year.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, he must have spent a grip.
I had to.
Because it's expensive individually.
Yes.
How much is the skiing expensive?
Yeah, I want to say, I mean, I dropped for two people. I definitely dropped like 100.
Dude,
Because you
it-
got to get the
skiing
you
is
gotta
so
you gotta
expensive
rent the, You got to
now.
rent the equipment, like everything. Now, some people brought their own, so it was
Yeah.
cheaper. some people bring their boards, but I'm like,
Somebody told me it was like $350.
No,
I don't remember.
to
it
go
being that.
skiing now at a ski resort is insane.
It is.
Yeah.
Like if you go to like Jackson Hole, it's like $200 a day just to get on the lift.
Wyndham was kind of even that expensive
Really?
too.
But
when we
Wyndham's a
went.
private club now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they made it like a country club
They have country club for skiing.
for
It
very
makes
rich
a lot
people.
of sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kyle Groom still has like the best. I remember when I was a door guy at Broadway Comedy Club, and he was doing this joke about how him and his family went skiing before it was integrated. And he's like, and white people would be at the bottom of the hill looking at them, just being like, "Are those bears?" Just thinking they were a family of bears skiing down the mountain.
I'll be honest, I skied my whole life, and it was like every time you saw a black guy, you were like, oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
look at that.
they're really coming along.
And then they had this program. They had this program where it was like they brought kids from the hood to ski, and I was
course
like,
they
"Why are you
did.
doing that?"
Because
Why-
they knew if it's all it takes is one to get it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's gonna change the
He's
game forever.
An Olympian by
and then
day
y'all
two.
will never
But
see
I
them
was
out
like-
again.
I just felt bad because I was like, make them fall in love with a sport that they can never access again. You know,
So fucking crazy, but so true. Which is why you don't see us in hockey. I played 1 year of hockey because I'm a huge Mighty Ducks guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Played. I was the
You
only
used
black.
the Mighty Ducks reference last episode.
Really?
Yeah.
brother. I got
All
the
about
wrong tattoo.
redistricting.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's great.
So, you know, because I'm Duck, you know what I mean? That's icy right there, right? You know what I mean?
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I played 1 year. I was the only black kid in the league, and we couldn't check. And the next year they could check, and my mom was like, "You ain't checking because they gonna be headhunting." Because
Oh shit!
you
Yeah.
know it though. I mean,
Yeah.
95.
Where are you from?
I'm from North Carolina. I grew up in the Carolinas, North Carolina, South Carolina.
Damn, they got hockey in North Carolina.
They did.
I mean,
At
I
Fort
know.
Bragg, the military base, they had a
Are
ice
you
rink.
military brat?
No, but I went to school right
Okay.
beside the base, so that was the only hockey.
Military bases are some of the shadiest places in the world. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I mean,
It's
you know,
like-
everything you can do anything, and they're going to handle it internally.
Fort Lewis, like right by Seattle, like it's Tacoma, like that city.
Mm.
Dude, it's like the army base, and then across the street is like literally like 5,000 hand job huts.
Yeah.
Fucking
Nice.
drive-through liquor stores. Like it is like depravity.
Mm.
We
Just,
got,
like,
buddy, we got to
it's-
keep our troops lifted up. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
well, that was when I was in the Middle East. The captain that took us around was telling us how like all on the outskirts of the bases are all these like Jeep dealerships, electronic stores with flat screen TV, like everything that you could ever buy, ever want, like as just a kid, like a dippy kid that has money for the first time. He's like, all these kids get their first checks and they immediately like buy a dumb car or buy something like that. He's like, the amount of times that I've made them bring it back and fucking screamed at the people that work there. And it's like, holy
I
shit,
mean, yeah,
dude.
a lot of those guys come from nothing. You start getting that money,
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow it too. They think they live like rappers. Shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure. Oh, instead of, I had this for black guy skiing. Instead of Sean White, it's Deshaun Black.
Oh yeah. I like that.
Sorry.
That's good.
Let
Yeah.
me circle back to
Just-
Sean.
Yeah, let me
Black.
just-
Circle
let me
back.
just
Can
really-
you edit that back in?
Nicole, can you put that in a timely manner?
Yeah.
To where it seems
Like I just
creative.
said it.
To Sean Black. I actually like that.
There have been a couple black guys in the NHL though, right?
Yeah, there's been a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
brothers, a couple good ones actually.
Mhm.
But they were Canadian, so they ain't like real niggas. But like you know, they black in color.
This is what I've been saying.
but you get it.
I remember, I'll get in fights. Like, I think Toronto is a real city, but I remember like Gavin Matz was like talking. I was like, wait, are there a lot of black people in Vancouver? And he was like, yeah, of course there are. And I was like, no, there
Nah,
isn't.
there
No
isn't.
way,
It's a
bro.
heavy Asian population.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Toronto definitely has black people. We know that because of Tory Lanez and Drake. And you know what I mean?
Those were the two. The rest of it, it's
No,
Forest Hills, Queens.
No, but-
it's full Indian.
Toronto does have hoods, which
Yeah.
is like bizarre. And they also,
Alright.
it's the biggest, have you ever been to that Carnival, whatever it's
Carnival. I've
called?
never
Or
been to
what's it
Carnival, but
called?
Carnival, yeah, it's called Carnival.
Caribicana or something. There's another
Something
name
like that,
for
yeah,
it.
But it's Carnival where they dress up with all
That's
you
where
know,
Rihanna has the headdress. And
Yeah,
the,
but they
That's
do
why
it all
Drake
over
always
there.
has like patois on his albums because
Right.
there's so many Caribbean.
And there's
people.
so
I
many
thought
places.
that was just him taking from a
Culture
culture
again,
to try to sell back
you
to
know,
them.
and I love Drake's music, but the more access we get to him, the more I'm like, I think Drake genuinely might just be a regular white man playing black. You know what I mean? And that's why K-Dot has such a problem with him because I think people who really know him, they're like, nigga, you're not built like that.
But the thing is, in defense, because I've had this thought too, and I do think that if I had even just a little bit of that inside of me, I would definitely own it in the same kind of way. But I think like you also can make enough money into being a crime boss. You know what I mean? Like he runs a city.
Yeah,
more or
it's
less.
like Chris Brown.
And
Who's a real blood, and like, what? There's like when you get to that level of money, bro, you can do whatever. Like he has real goons.
People that will do shit for him. Yeah, run.
And he is
streets.
affiliated.
I mean, you have to be if you have that much money.
Yeah,
you kind of have to have that protection.
Everybody eats. Yeah,
that sounds fun.
Yeah,
I would love that.
You'd love to have a gang of shooters.
Yeah, for
Andy.
Sure. I would go to.
I just don't know who you'd send them to
right now, and I'd get
I'm
my
like,
deposit
who would you
back.
send your shooters at?
Man, mine would go straight to Nyack Mazda.
Yeah, fuck it up.
How dare you?
No, but I think if I had an ounce of it, if I had an ounce, I remember I fucking 23andMe sent me a thing that said I had 3% Sicilian, and I immediately turned and I just hit Rosebud. I said, you better fucking watch yourself.
I can picture Rosebud being like a kung fu movie where she just catches your fist and then puts you to the ground.
Yeah. She's
sorry, sorry.
Uncle.
But then they actually emailed me back and they were like, "Sorry, our bad. You're not Sicilian at all."
Wait, they made a mistake?
Yeah.
No
Wow.
way.
Yeah.
I did my 23andMe. You telling me it might be wrong? They would have caught it.
They
though.
would have caught it. Yeah.
Well,
This
now
was
they've
like a
since been
derivation.
purchased.
Yeah.
And,
all our information's out there.
And all the thing that they guaranteed you that they'd never sell your information. Now the corporation that bought them is like, we didn't make that deal.
Yeah.
Like, so all this stuff is up for grabs.
Damn
Well,
it. So
I have
you
actually
think
never-
they're gonna clone us? Is that's why my uncle, the one who just said we ride at dawn, he was like, I ain't doing no damn 20. He said, now the government got my DNA in a database. Now they cloning me and shit. I said,
I think that's
you
just
haven't been able to keep a
futile.
job in years. You think they're cloning
Yeah, you think they want another you?
Godly.
Wait, so this might sound stupid, but I have never spoke to a black person about their 23andMe. Does it tell you which countries in Africa you're from?
Hell, yeah. Well, it says like broadly East African.
Oh, okay.
So I'm 76% Nigerian. I got a little bit of Senegalese in me.
Did you?
A couple of little Sierra
But your
Leone.
family's not like you don't have like African relatives.
No, y'all
You're
remember y'all
African-American.
brought us
Yeah.
over here, Andy. Y'all brought us over here.
I'm
No.
Irish. I'm good.
I got a whole nother bone to pick with you, motherfuckers.
I'm Scotch. We
But yeah, so
came through Canada.
We family.
Yeah.
I'm 11% Glasgow, nigga. Yeah, shit.
You know what's funny is I this was like a realization I had, but it was like way too late. There's a lot of black people with the last name Haynes. Like Nellie's last name is Haynes. And so for the longest time I was like, ooh, maybe I got a cousin. And then I was like, nah,
that ain't how that works.
That's actually this is sadder.
It was
than
an
I thought.
ownership thing. And you're like, well, I guess this is my last name now.
Well, now I feel
up,
guilty.
cuz? What's up, cuz?
Hey.
Yo, yeah, because my last name is Scottish, Duckett.
Oh yeah.
So that's obviously, they know. I mean, apparently, according to TikTok, it's been popping up on. There are black Scots, but I know we ain't like native to that area. So
No,
sure.
they have a term. It's like Black Irish, and it's just when the Moors came up from Morocco and conquered Ireland for like a minute.
A week,
They got it in, and then there's some dark-haired Irish people.
which is crazy to me because the racism in Ireland is unparalleled.
Oh, this
I'm
was
sure.
not. This was like Crusades time.
Okay,
invading
gotcha.
forces.
You think it's
Gotcha.
unparalleled?
I feel like Ireland has to be one.
Have
of the
you been
top
there?
Right? No.
No, it's more religious segregation than it
You're
is.
thinking of Irish Americans.
That's what it is. Okay.
They're
Well,
very
and
racist.
that happens to any group that was also like oppressed. Is
Yeah.
you want to separate yourself from the other
other
oppressed,
oppressed.
so you're
We
like
had
they're actually the ones you
I
want.
remember when I was in high school, we got a bunch of East African refugees, like Somali and Ethiopian people, like literally like they'd been in America for a week, got put into an American high school, and the black kids were so mean to them.
No shit.
So mean.
Isn't that returned though? Like, don't proper Africans not look kindly on
So,
Ameri-
I think it
on
varies. I think
African-Americans?
like West Africans probably.
Well, what I did, I actually moonlight as a bartender in Harlem at an African restaurant. So it's crazy because when I first started working there, the energy was definitely off. Like I was like, they don't fuck with me because they'd be speaking like Wolof or whatever language they speak, and then I'd walk in and it gets silent. I'm like, no, y'all can keep talking. And
I don't know Wolof.
Yeah, right. Right. So after it, I've been there a few months now, and now they're cool as shit. But we talk shit like I come at them crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they say wild shit back to me. So I was like, he's like, you know, you Americans think that we don't like you. He's like, it's just not true. He said, but all y'all do is talk shit about us, asking us where our spears are at and how many lions have we fought. He said, motherfucker, I've never seen a fucking lion. He's like, I live in a city.
Yeah.
I said, with dirt roads? He said, no. He said, this is the shit I'm talking to. I said, but in our defense, they don't teach us shit in America about Africa.
Not at
all we see are flies on your pupils, and I know that I fed like 20 of you niggas for 10 cents a day. He said, and we never saw the money. He said, we never saw the money. He said, but that's what they teach us, that you'll live in mud huts and their cattle and shit.
My lone exposure to African culture initially was the movie The Air Up There.
That was a great movie.
Jimmy Dolan shake and bake.
Yes.
First I go left.
That and Hotel Rwanda. That's all I knew. Tears of the Sun. I was like, so y'all have child soldiers.
When you said Moonlight, I thought you were talking about that movie.
Nah, that was some gay shit.
Do you know what's great is the kids that got bullied, some of them, they went back to Somalia and joined Al Qaeda.
Wow.
Yeah, they were like,
so
fuck
y'all set
this
the tone.
country. I didn't. I was
Were you
very
kind to them?
I was very kind. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm a Seattle liberal white guy.
This
I
was
was
in
like,
Seattle.
teach me about your culture.
Yeah. He came into school wearing a dashiki the next day.
Yeah.
Muhammad said it was fine.
Yeah, exactly. But no, that it's interesting because I've never talked to anybody about their 23andMe that was from Africa.
Yeah.
And so that's cool that
But
it
yeah.
tells you the specific countries.
But me and you, man, hey, we
Cousins.
might be closer than we think.
Maybe.
Glasgow, how close are you to Glasgow?
I don't know. I'm very disconnected.
We should trace this. We
Yeah.
should figure
Yeah.
out
I'd
the
like
real
to-
Our
family
common
history
relative.
between the Hayneses and the Ducketts.
Do you remember?
Imagine
I don't
if-
think you guys would remember this. I think it was what was that class that the like TV show about?
Oh yeah, when they did People's Family Tree and they
did the
traced
family
it all
trees,
the way
and then
back.
they found out two of the cast members, like this on the show. They were like, we're related, and then it was like one of them had been the other one's own.
No
Yeah,
way. What
yeah,
show
yeah,
was
yeah.
that? Big Brother?
No, this is it's not real. It was scripted. What is it? It's not Who's the
No, it
Boss.
wasn't scripted. Oh, that? No, I was talking about the like one where I think Mark Maron was on it. A bunch of people were on it where they traced their family lineage, and a similar thing happened where they traced it all the way back. That they found out that they were like their family owned somebody that they knew, and it was like
Jesus
it was like a
Christ.
fucked up.
The way
moment.
I would look at them in the eye, I'd be like,
You're paying for dinner.
yeah, everything's on you.
Yeah, I'm your new agent. 10% comes to me every month.
Everything you touch, I get a piece of. Turns to the mafia.
We should transition because this is we're like a dad heavy show, and
Okay.
you are a
Yeah.
father.
I am a father.
How I don't. We talked a little bit about it. You were in a like custody battle.
I was. It's over with now, so we share joint custody.
Praise
That's
be.
great. Congratulations.
Nice.
Yeah. So everything worked out great, and me and the mom are cool again. At least trying to be like
Cool.
Like it's definitely cooled off.
Yeah.
Attempt.
How old's your daughter?
She will be. Well, white people say 20 months. Black people say almost 2. So white people love saying how many months they baby. Tyler is 347 months. Tyler's slow, nigga. Get the diaper off him. So,
Yeah,
but
I'm guilty of that. My
Yeah.
daughter is 23 months next week.
Really?
But I said to her, this is the last time we're counting months.
months. And so I've been saying 20 months because that's what her mom says. And then black people are like, yo, baby mom must be white. I was like, how they're like that month old shit. Yeah, so,
To be devil's advocate, white devil advocate, is the 20-month, the only reason I think people say that, I think it should stop at like 2, is because the difference between a 20-month-old child and a 1-year-old child is exponential.
It's insane.
right. You
Yeah.
just say she's 1.
Yeah, then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you see it, you're like,
But
that's a fucking
1 to 2
full
is the
toddler.
craziest
It
transition.
is a crazy
Yeah.
because they're
Insane.
people like that personality pops in that year where they're saying words and they're starting to show you who they are.
Totally.
Yeah. At 1, she's a blob. She doesn't even know it's her birthday. She's
Yeah.
done. Now at 2, like she knows Dada eat. Yeah, I mean, pointing and So
My
it's doing
daughter the
it.
other day said, "I said no."
Wow.
I was like, "Okay,
Okay.
Look at that.
All right,
That's she is a white
But
woman.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I didn't want to
She's
say it. I was like, she
Rosebud's
said
daughter.
white
She's
woman for
Rosebud's
sure.
daughter.
Yeah.
Dad, learn consent.
Jesus Christ."
That's so Jesus Christ.
So we do a segment on the show where we talk of like the week, like our something from this week's parenting that was either notable or dramatic. Did you have any kind of, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
I took my daughter out the other day and I took her out like on like a errand or something like that. But because it was quick, I was like, I don't need to bring anything with us. And then of course she shit her pants.
Yeah.
And there's that thing now, I don't think most people realize, is you can't just let a baby sit and shit because then their ass turns to hamburger meat.
Yeah, right.
So you have to like,
Well, and also with a vagina, that's just an open
Yeah, you're
thing.
just
it's
yeah.
gross.
Turns into a
it's
septic
gross that they
tank.
have those.
Wiping poop out of a vagina has changed me drastically for sure.
Dude,
'cause-
same thing.
yeah, it's like because
It's
just like-
also, did you ever have that where you went like, oh, that's what they look like?
yeah.
I did. I was
Never
like,
had that realization, but no, to actually
It's always
like
been
make
dark.
sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, God, imagine having a UTI at this age and you can't tell me about it
my daughter got one. My daughter got a UTI.
from all that dookie.
Yeah, she had E. coli in her
How
UTI.
long were y'all letting my baby sit in that shit?
We were really good about this, but it's like it can just happen.
Yeah.
But the fucked up thing is her nanny got the flu, and so she got sick like right after that, and we were like, oh, it's the flu.
Was
and
she
we kept on
Hispanic?
what?
The nanny's Hispanic.
Filipino.
Yikes.
Worse.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, I love
Chinese Spanish.
her. What did I call? I said
Chinese Spanish.
I told my daughter said my daughter said pizza Mexican last night, and I said that's what we call Italian people.
So I can't wait to get this 23 months. So she's 2 and so damn. No, almost 2.
Yeah,
1 month away.
But I was like, because I have that like anxiety about her getting really bad diaper rash, I was like sprinting through the city with my stroller, just I almost like stopped and just bought diapers.
Mm-hmm.
I've never gone raw dog like that, like where I don't have shit, because in my head I'm like, the blowout is when you least expect it. Because
Of
she didn't
course.
even have blowouts, but I'm just like, I can't imagine how I would be if I was covered in shit. I wouldn't be able to function. So I
Yeah.
always, at the very least, I'm like, she can at least just be in a diaper. If worst case, even if I don't bring a change of outfit, which I've like risked it, there's always gonna be diapers and wipes.
Yeah, this was just me being dumb,
Yeah.
just being lazy. I mean, I wasn't that far from home, but still, it's like I'm so anxious about anything health related for her because she got sick like that one
right,
time.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that
My son cartoonishly will just go and just like make it known to everybody that he's currently shitting.
Yeah.
And so he did that, and while he was eating in his high chair. And so after he resumed like normal coloring, I picked him up and I was like, all right, let's go change it. And it was as if the seat was his bowl. He shit everywhere.
Nice.
Like all over
Nice.
the place. And I was like, Nicole, you got that? And I was like, I'll take him.
I gotta take a call.
Yeah, oh my god, I do. And you guys have you have a daughter, right? But you have a son.
2 sons, yeah.
2 sons. Man, what a blessing. You definitely were living right, because they say only whores have daughters first, and I'm telling you, my mom thinks I'll have all daughters just because.
Yeah,
of how
I
I've
mean,
lived my
you
life.
are destined
Yeah,
to be
which-
surrounded by women for
right,
your whole
and
life.
that's what it is. But I tell you,
That's what I have.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
I grew up with my mom and my sisters and gay uncles, and then married into a family with like 5 sisters, and they all have girls. It's like crazy.
Oh, so you just wow.
There's just women everywhere.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, that's. I can't imagine that. I gotta have one son to keep the legacy going. I'm the last of the Duckett.
I mean, what legacy do I have to pass on? He should, honestly, I was like, take your mother's name.
Dude, you're gonna be great without me.
You want it for the Google SEO search anyway.
Oh,
That's
my
why people were like, why don't you name your son Michael Jr.? I was like, and destroy his college application process before he even gets there? Like, yeah, let's look this kid up. What the deep inside the rabbit hole? Like,
Bruh.
what the Sandy Hook?
That's a tough one. Sandy.
I mean, that was what the podcast was about, was conspiracy and shit. It would
Oh
just
my
destroy his life
God.
before he even had a chance.
Yeah,
great.
yeah, that would. Yeah, he definitely need to change that. I'd hyphen it or something.
So is your ex like proximity-wise close? Like,
No, it's, they live in the Berkshires.
oh, that's right. We talked about this.
Yeah. So they in Massachusetts. So it's been an adjustment. We're starting to get used to it and stuff. And I mean, she brings my daughter down majority of the time because that's what.
I don't know if you would agree. I think this might be my whiteness coming out, but I was like, ooh, the Berkshires. Like,
Oh, it is very wealthy.
Do you like it up there?
No, I hate it. I absolutely hate it because
But
I've been
probably-
up there for 4 years and I've seen 2.5 black people up there. 4
Yeah.
years, the half being my daughter.
Yeah.
So I seen me and I ran into one brother who was working in a cafe and I was like, you all right?
And a woman just is spooning her teacup.
You let me know if you need
I
to
was
get him out
looking
of
for
here.
the reference. I was going to say a guy
Get
came
out.
running.
I knew exactly what he was talking about.
It is that old money up there because I'm not even like that's like a
It's premium white.
kind of white that I'm
And
not.
they're like, and the thing is, what I don't like about it is like they're so liberal up there, where they're like, we're so like we love everything, but I'm like, it's still racist in a weird way.
yeah, it's
they're
that weird,
so liberal,
it's
it's
that
racist.
over attempt where they're
Yes.
like, teach me about your culture.
How can
Philip.
I help you? I'm like,
Yeah.
first of all, I'm about to teach you nothing.
Yeah,
Like, the
teach us
fuck?
about it, but don't you dare move in next door.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to worry about that, sis.
If
But
we hear bass in any music, we'll kill you.
I'm telling you, bro, and nothing is seasoned.
I hear Danbury is very beautiful this time of year.
Which is the trap for sure.
Yeah.
But no, it's different. But here's the positive side is I know my daughter's all right. Like even if my career goes to shit and I never make it,
yeah.
she's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
a
what I mean?
relief.
Like
That is nice.
they're fine. You know what I mean? So but it's an adjustment. But yeah, the Berkshires is definitely a weird place. It's very beautiful, especially in the fall. I get it. It's cool. And if I was white, it'd probably be a premium vacation spot for me.
Bash Bish?
Bass fishing?
Bash Bish Falls.
Never been there.
It's a waterfall.
Waterfall
you can
in there?
swim Yeah.
Oh no, Bash Bish.
This is something that is uniquely. I think I was talking to you about this the other night. Maybe it's like in the West Coast, we don't really have like. I guess how do I say this? When you leave the city, it is white and Latino. That is who's outside of the cities. The cities can be diverse; they can be very diverse. But when you leave, we don't have that. Like where here, if you go to like Newburgh, it's very
it's black as fuck.
If you go to Syracuse, it's black. If you go to Rochester, but we don't have that. But it's also like when you go to anywhere in Massachusetts, it's like if you go to a state park in like rural Massachusetts, it's like there's like going to be like 25 Dominican families like blasting bachata music.
Yeah, they're trying to get away. They off the grid.
We don't have that on the, and so that Bash Bish though is funny because it's like you go there being like, oh, we're in the Berkshires, and it's like, and then all of a sudden it's like, honestly,
I would actually love that. That would make me put me at ease because that's why I was just, even when it's time for school, I was like, I think we have to have a discussion. Like, I want her to be somewhere more diverse. I don't want her to be the only
I think
black
that
mixed kid in there and there's no black people and it's all white. I said, that's not no way to grow up. You know what I mean? I grew up with no diversity in South Carolina because I went to private school. So, you know what I mean? I didn't have a lot of
Do you go up in the
diversity.
mountain, like the hill country?
No, I was in the capital. I was in Columbia.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Columbia's bad.
Yeah, my dad coached South Carolina gang. My dad was a college basketball coach, so I grew up in the SEC.
Rory Scovel played for that school.
The Gamecocks?
Yeah, he played soccer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know that. But yeah, my dad coached at Carolina. And so, that's why I went to high school in Columbia, but my childhood was North Carolina.
What did he coach? Football?
Basketball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
They're the #1 women's team, right?
Oh, Dawn Staley got my girls looking right. Yeah, she don't fuck around. That's my team. That's my team. I fuck with them.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so that's why I grew up. That's why I moved around so much.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
My dad was coaching. So, that's a fickle ass
What was that
occupation.
like then going to a private school, no diversity?
Oh.
Your family, you have Uncle Tony.
Yeah.
Or what was his name?
Uncle Tony, but my dad, Uncle Kenny, Uncle Tony, I got a couple uncles, but they live in North Carolina. So it was just, it was always weird because looking back now, it was like I wasn't just some regular black dude. Like looking back, they treated black people different. And so, and me and my boys talk about it. But because my dad coached in the SEC, I wasn't just any old black.
Sure.
So I was walking, I grew up in a country club.
Yeah.
And so at the time, I went to a black college. I needed that shit because for a long time, I thought this is how the world was. I was like, racism isn't a thing. Everybody's nice to me.
Yeah.
And then once you grow up and your daddy
OJ.
ain't there, I got, still nigga. And you don't see that as a kid. It was so naive.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to college at Grambling State University.
yeah.
I hooped at Grambling.
Okay.
So
Is that
HBCU.
where? Is that part of a different world?
Yeah.
Was that Grambling?
No, that was Spellman. And
Yeah, that
Morehouse.
Hillman was supposed to be Spellman.
Okay.
Look at you, boy.
I went to a black high school. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought the Somalians left.
They did. But
There was other blacks.
Yeah, a lot of blacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
other
terrible.
types.
Yeah.
Brandon Roy went to my high school.
The Brandon Roy. You want to talk about
I had
gone too
Jim-
soon? He was such a good player.
Well,
Portland
yeah.
ruined him.
Well,
The injuries. But
he had the fucking craziest knee injury. It was
Yeah.
like such a tragedy. He's a good dude though. He gave back his bonus so that they could replace him. And I think he actually coaches my high school now.
Probably does.
That's sick. I mean, he shouldn't have given that back.
Yeah, I was like, why would you give
At
back
all.
your bonus? The
Especially-
organization doesn't give a fuck about you.
No.
Yeah.
But what the fuck was I gonna say? So you were going to this private school. It's all white.
Oh, I had four black people in my graduating class.
Do you
60
feel
total.
like because I always
62 kids total.
60 total in my graduating class.
Oh, okay.
And then,
So pretty
and then
small.
4 of us were black.
That was tiny.
small school, small private school.
yeah.
South
do you feel like your identity? This is going to be kind of a deep
What's
question.
up?
Is your identity like a little being black in a space like that? Do you feel like a responsibility to like be blacker, or because they're going to treat you like a certain thing and
As a kid, I
Yeah.
felt that. I always felt like I had to prove my blackness because I was always token Oreo, and that used to really bother me because I'm like, I'm black as fuck. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But them, they're like, you're, and I used to hate like my friends and white kids. They're like, Phil, you're black, but you're not like black. And looking back, I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah.
For white people to try to tell you about how black you are is just so insulting. Now that as an older
Yeah.
brother now, I'm like, what the fuck would you know about being black? I don't give a fuck if I was Brian Gumble. I'm still a black fucking man. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know shit about my struggle. You know what I mean? But at that time, it's like, or I always heard, well, Phil's always been one of the good ones. You know what I mean? I'm in South Carolina. I'll never forget one of my, the girl I took to prom. My mom made me call her dad and ask for permission. I was like, why? And when I called him, he was like, that's so respectable, Phil.
Right.
He was like, you've always been one of the good ones. He said, because I don't got a problem with black people. He said, I don't like niggers. And I was like, oh, okay. He was like,
quoting Chris Rock.
right,
of course.
and I was like, yeah. He's like, pants sagging, gold teeth. You've never been one of them. He said, I don't have a problem with blacks. It's
This
just
was all the same phone call.
phone calls for the prom.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Never mind.
yeah, right. And that's what he was like. He was like, and I'm not a racist. He said, but in the jungle, you don't see stripes or spots. He was like, but I understand, you know what I mean? So, again, at the
Jesus.
time, I was like, wow.
Also, to quote the jungle, so in the jungle.
Upton Sinclair. He drops a casual N-word, but also can quote Upton Sinclair.
And I would just remember getting off that call like, he said yes.
I am gonna fuck his daughter.
Yeah, good for you. I remember. So I grew up in Seattle, where like you just didn't hear the N-word like that.
Yeah.
I heard it eventually, like in college and things like that. Like a white person saying it
Yeah.
derogatory. Obviously, black people said it all the time.
Right.
But I remember I went to South Carolina for the first time when I was in like my late 20s or something, and I remember a kid called his remote the N-word.
Oh.
Have you ever?
Well, it's a black remote.
Yeah. And he like passed me, and I was like, what the fuck?
Pass me the nigga is crazy.
And I was like,
I thought he got mad at it because it wasn't work. Like, you fucking.
I'm like, man, I didn't think of that.
no. like it does the work for me type of thing.
Oh
Right.
my
That's what I thought,
God,
too,
That is
yeah.
crazy.
And I
That
was
is
just
wild.
like, what the fuck? Where am I? Like,
Yeah.
it was so jarring for
And
me.
he said it so smooth, you almost had to read like, did I even hear that right? Because this thing is, racism's so casual in the South. Sometimes you don't even catch it because they say it, they don't break a breath.
Not even a straw.
And you're like,
yeah.
and you be like, wait a minute, did he say nigga? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah,
don't
because I
even-
feel like up here or like even in Seattle, when you would hear it, it would be like somebody like ready to fight.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
so it was
yeah.
like very noticeable. But in the South, it was just like so embedded in the
Yeah.
culture that you.
I mean, my entire time in South Africa, they had the Confederate flag flying on the State House. They took it down when Dylan Roof killed them black people in the church.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
when they were like, maybe we should.
Like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, bro, that's what it took. I
We
mean,
got caught with our pants down.
right, exactly. Right. So then they take it down and they fold it up and put it in a display case. Like, either way, it's
Yeah.
like, this place is insane.
Me
You
and
know?
me and Rosebud went to Charleston, and we got this really nice hotel. And
By the market?
no, it was a little uptown, but so we're like So, and I'm seeing people go to this church across the street, literally across the street. And I'm going, I feel like I've seen that church before. And then I Google it, and it's that
The
church.
church where they killed all the
And
people.
it was like fucking ruined. I mean, it was
Yeah.
kind of like you were like, oh God, we're like across.
I
the
bet
street
also
from
when
that.
you
I mean, the
know
whole
that, when
South
it's
is that,
confirmed
but-
that, you can almost like feel the souls.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it felt like
raises
evil.
your
Like
spirit.
it was like
Yeah.
it felt like I was like near like. I felt the same thing when I was like in. This is gonna sound stupid, but when I was in Tikal on the pyramids where they did
Tikal.
the sacrifices, I was like, there's energy here.
Yeah.
That's like fucked
and people
up.
were just slaughtered here, like throat slit, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh wow. That's how I feel in the slave market in Charleston. My mom lives in Charleston now.
Oh yeah.
So you go through the slave market, the first where they brought all the original.
and that slave
blacks.
market's just like a
They're
market
selling
now, right?
handcrafted jewelry now on the same stoops with the shackle rings, and I'm like, do you know like how
No,
crazy
it's
this
crazy,
is
yeah.
for us to just be in here buying small little knick-knack petite sundresses and shit? And I'm like, you do know they were like splitting up mamas and babies. Like you're going here, black ass, and this nigga's going here. I said, every time I walk through here, I feel uneasy.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, ugh.
Charleston's weird like that too because it's like they're all like drunk in a pink polo shirt. And they're just like, we're just good old boys down here trying to play some golf. And you're like, no.
What did that
It
course
gets
used to be?
Yeah.
You know, it's a weird feeling. A lot of my friends are wealthy South Carolinians. Like I went to school with the governor's son and stuff like that. So I used to get invited to these weddings and stuff where I would go out on the plantations. And I'm in it's a black tie event, so I'm in a tux. I'm the only brother there. And the only brother on the guest list. Every other black person is serving food. And I just always feel so awkward. I'm like, first of all, 50 years ago, I couldn't even be here.
Right.
I'd be with
Yeah.
y'all if they were having me here. And then
Less
I'm looking
than
at
that.
all these like oak trees and willows. I'm like, how many fucking black people hung from these trees?
Who was that food lady that got in trouble? What's her tits? That got in trouble for going. She went to that wedding.
Yeah,
that was like plantation
it's,
themed.
Paula Dean?
Paula Dean, yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
That ain't the first time Paula's fucked up,
No,
though.
of course,
She
yeah. I
starts saying
Paula
nigga.
Dean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think what it came out after the fact was didn't something come out where they were like she was like throwing dinner parties and had the caterers dressed as slaves or something like that?
God, I wouldn't put her past her.
I think it was
But-
something along those lines.
Yeah.
She also was throwing around the end.
Oh, she was
100%.
slanging it. Yeah.
Pretty casual.
Well, the weird, I think we've talked about this where I'm not comparing it even in the slightest, but it's a perspective where I felt outside when I would play basketball. And I would go to these like heavily black or even just like in the South when I'd go with my team to West Virginia and I got called the N-word because I was wearing team gear with all my black teammates. And then my coach almost went to jail for like beating the guy
Yeah,
to death
'cause you're
in
a
the
nigga
parking
lover.
lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more like, he's like, you're the worst motherfucker
Yeah,
out of all these motherfuckers.
yeah,
And it was
yeah.
like, holy
Yeah,
shit,
because I
dude.
play basketball.
Yeah.
To be on a little bit more positive note, I will say this: when you get invited into black spaces as a white guy, nothing makes us feel better. Like you guys, black people in general, should people with cancer that bought a who would be like a good group? I was gonna say NWA. That's way too old. But like somebody with cancer, like that could be like a Make-A-Wish where
Yeah.
you just like
You're the new member of Migos.
no, but I'm just saying somebody who's like into that, like if you just invite them to like a cookout, like
Yeah.
as the Make-A-Wish, they would be like, man, this was a good
I
last
feel
week.
I feel like white people always like black people are very inviting to white people. That's the crazy part, which is like with racism. Like when we see a white dude, we have no problem inviting a white dude to the cookout. Like, man, get you a plate, man. Here's some liquor. You know what I mean? And we try to make you feel as comfortable as possible, even if you don't feel comfortable, but it's normally on you. But white people don't really invite. Like I've been the only black dude in a white space. It's not the same feeling. It's not very welcoming.
No.
Even if they're not racist, it's not well because they stand off. They don't really. They're walking on eggshells, or either they're walking on eggshells or they do too much. What's up, my boy? I hate when white people do. I'm like, you don't talk like that, Tanner.
I think a lot of us code switch.
Yeah.
A lot of us code switch. I think it was like a problem of mine because I went to a black high school and I thought that gave me kind of this license to like be like, nah, I know what I'm doing, kind of thing.
I got it from here.
Yeah. Listen, I've been here before, And then I was like, wait a second, this is a bad look.
What's up, gang?
In college, because it was a community college, a bunch of my teammates who lived in the city would sleep over my house sometimes. And I think like 80 to 90% of them were like, this is the first white house I've ever been in. Like they couldn't believe that we sat down for dinner, ate together. Like my parents were totally just like welcoming the whole thing, and they at first were just very on edge, and it had to be like, no, this is okay.
Yeah, because normally it ain't like that. I was like, do you eat that? And
I remember
fuck? Yeah.
Yes, I eat food.
Yeah. It's not chitlins all the time.
My best friend in like 7th grade was this kid Cecil Cross, who I think he kind of has he's like a club promoter in Atlanta now, and I think he had like a success writing like a series of books about like like HBCU like fiction books. But I remember I, being a white kid from an affluent white neighborhood, was like, Cecil, you guys should come spend the night, do a slumber party. And his parents were like, no. But then they were like, but he can come over here.
That's my parents. I couldn't do sleepovers. They can come stay here if they want to.
But they were like, he has to come to church with us on Sunday.
Nice. You went to black church?
That's the best.
I went to what is it? It's
the best.
AME.
AME. I went to
African
AME
Methodist Episcopal.
and they made me arrive at like 10 a.m. on Saturday.
Yeah.
And we went to church on Saturday and like got ready for Sunday. It was like a whole.
We ain't do that. We got Sunday.
There was a 2-day church.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I had to go and like.
They might have been Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't like Saturday.
No, it was like there was like a pageant or something that was going on.
Well, there were a lot of church events. I had choir practice on Mondays. I wasn't in it. My mom was in it. So I had to sit there. Bible study Wednesday, and then you got church Sunday.
Yeah.
So I missed a lot of NBA All-Star games due to church. And for a long time, I didn't go to church because after I left my mom's, I was like, I got enough church for the rest of my life.
See, I'm not.
Now I go back to church.
Yeah, I want to. I want to go back to church.
I started going back, and it actually makes me feel pretty good.
Just post bar fight.
Yeah,
like, I need to get got
Yeah. Reevaluate.
You went to church that morning.
Father, it's me again.
You walked in a dirty suit. I need the Lord.
That's what it was, bro. But no, it's definitely not. That's white church. I've been to white church.
It sucks.
It is so
flavorless.
How much kneeling could one do? Jesus don't require this.
It's brutal, dude.
I went to the worst kind of church. I went to like liberal white church where we had like a lesbian pastor and
I've heard of these churches, and I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I could sit through it. I don't. Of course, I don't care if you're gay, but to have a gay pastor, I'm like.
Sounds like you care a little bit. You sounds like you care a little bit.
Guys, what are we doing here?
I mean, strike her to hell right now.
It literally has a couple captions about this in here. Did we just omit that chapter?
I don't think they talked about lesbians in the Bible.
They did?
I don't think they did.
They talked about men. They only talked about men
laying with
wasting
men.
seed.
Yeah.
Men laying with men.
Their mind couldn't even wrap around the thought of two women scissoring. That was just out of the
it's
question.
I think they did.
They're writing the Bible. They see scissoring. They're like, all right, that's fine. That is A-okay.
Seems
Don't
holy.
say anything about that.
What was that group where they met and then they decided to omit certain chapters of the Bible?
Right, I don't know.
The Gnostic Gospels.
Yeah, they're like, that one is that's fine.
Yeah,
Thou
that's
shalt
cool.
scissor.
Yeah.
But you two burly motherfuckers.
Thou shalt clam bash.
Oh my God.
Corinthians.
I never answered the question about my daughter. I just remembered we started having much fun. I think just in general, because I don't live with her anymore, every other weekend I have her, it's almost like getting a new kid. Because at that age, a week, so much changes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's so cool when I get her back the following week. And she's saying more words and stuff. But lately, I think the thing that I've been so impressed with her about is she's not potty trained, of course, at her age. But she'll stop and she's like, Dad, boop. And I'm like, word. So
That's
I know
the first step.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like she knows. Like she's like, I got some shit on me right now. You got to help me out.
Yeah, my daughter is not there. My daughter will be shitting in the corner, like she'll look like the raspberry version of Veruca Salt. She's in the corner, just bright red, and I'll go, "Are you pooping?" And she'll go, "No!" And I'm like, "You're very clearly pooping.
Yeah.
The house smells like a fish tank."
Right.
Yeah, my son looks like every other Irish alcoholic shitting his pants.
He's got cauliflower nose. Yeah, that's. I mean, I do think because of the way I actually mistakenly said co-parenting last week episode, because me and Rosebud, we kind of swap weekends where she'll go on the road and then I'll go on the road the next weekend, or sometimes we both go on the road, but we're very rarely on the road together as a family. So it is a lot of like I get minnow for the weekend. You know, and there's something like so awesome about it because it's just me and her, and we're like going on our little adventures, and we're definitely doing stuff that her mom would not do.
Ever.
You know?
Oh, we have fun. Yeah, me and her have a lot of fun. Not saying her mom though, but it's a different type of fun with daddy.
Yeah.
You know, I got her in Harlem. I got her around the black people because I'm like, you see enough white people. When you with me, we gonna do black ass shit all the time. So she eating ribs straight off the grill. You know what I mean? Literally walking around with a whole rib
She's
bone.
like Leo in The Departed. So you're all buttoned up during the week, and then on the weekend you're dropping your eyes.
Yeah, and that's literally, and that's what is so cool about that, and that's why I really enjoy those times. So I have yearly memberships to every zoo in New York, every aquarium.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
It's
And
the
so,
best.
and then I'm like, and I've been waiting because she's not old enough, but we're gonna do tea time at the Plaza Hotel where we do the crumpets and dress
nice.
up.
Great.
You
That'll
know
be
what I mean?
awesome.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's me and her time. So I
White
just want to set the
gloves.
tone.
Little
Yeah,
bit,
white
yeah.
glove. Of course, she gonna be a debutante.
That's
I
great.
do declare. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think if I had a son, I'd be so much harder on it because you're a man. The world's gonna expect so much from you. As having a daughter is really like soften me up, and it's like I'm gonna show her. You know, it helps me not to be such a hoe because I want to be the man type of man that she's attracted to. So I don't want to be dogging out hoes, and that's what she thinks that she deserves. Also, show her the finest things in life. So when these little raggedy ass motherfuckers try to take her to Olive Garden, she ain't impressed. You know what I mean?
That's a great perspective to have, dude, because I have friends, not that we're very close anymore, but like I have friends that have daughters and they're like, I haven't changed a bit, as if that's like a brag. And it's like, I don't think you're really getting the messaging then.
How this going to affect her?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's like if you care about her in the least bit, you want to provide the example of what she's going to look for in a partner, whether it's a dude or a woman.
Yeah.
Either way, she's going to look towards somebody who respects and actually values their opinion as opposed to somebody who's like more or less flippant about them and just like,
where's the fucking dinner
keep
at?
it separate.
Yeah.
You know, I raw dog on the weekends and then I'm a dad sometimes.
Yeah, see. I don't know how much time we got, but I do. It just came to me because I thought about you last week, bro. Pause.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So
unpause.
You know, so I remember one time we were in a club, and I don't remember, and I wouldn't say name, but I remember somebody had their baby in the club, and Kendall was like, I just hate seeing that. Just a baby there all fucking day in a comedy club. And I was like, nah. I was like, yeah, I would never do that. You know what I mean? Like I don't want her here.
It was at a time that was just inappropriate and around some things that also just didn't suit anything. And I was just like, it wasn't even about like, it was about the fact that like the kid was like months old or whatever, and it's 1 a.m. But it's also like, you're now making it our problem. Because we're adults that chose to do this adult business. And at the time I was drinking. And I'm like, and now I'm like holding a baby while I'm like balancing a double vodka soda on their soft spot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
And that's what made me think, because for the first time ever since this whole joint custody thing, I've always been good, and it's always not been easy, but I've like had support. For the first time I felt like a single father. All 3 of my babysitters fall through last minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have no family here.
Yeah.
I got 3 shows. I'm hosting 2, doing a spot, and I need the money. I count on this money every week. This is bill money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I cancel the show? And I was like, no. I was like, baby's coming to the club. And I heard your voice like, how? I was like, I have no other option, Mike.
No.
And so I was so fucked up. Like, it was the most stressful night. I
Yeah.
actually had good spots, but the first set was tough. I had the manager holding her. She cried the entire 15 minutes because I made her take her outside because I would have heard it. And I wouldn't have been able to.
You couldn't do
And
that.
so luckily after that, I held her, and then I paid my homeboy $50 to come to the green room at New York and sit with her the entire night.
Yeah. I've had that happen where it was like the baby just has to come.
Yeah.
But
I felt so bad. I felt like a bad dad.
I do want to amend this because I do feel very judgmental in this situation, because I think like I would also do the same if in a pinch, and it's something that you rely on. It's our income. It's our job. This was not a job situation. This was more of a social situation where this baby was around, and it just was like, this is a fucking buzzkill on every level, because now I look at you as an unfit person.
Right.
I don't want to have that opinion, and I'm drunk around your baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Isn't it? It's crazy though, like culturally, like how different. Like, I went in Las Vegas. I went to this Vietnamese restaurant, and I went at like 11:30, and this family came in with like, 15 people.
Yeah.
And there was like 3 babies. It was 11:30 p.m. and they were just like, business as usual.
Yeah.
I always think that when I see kids like coming from shows and it's 1:30 and they're being pushed in a stroller wide awake, and I'm
Gramercy,
like, how
all
the
the time.
fuck Are you? Because my daughter, we started sleep training when she was like 8 months, 9 months. So my daughter at 8 p.m., she starts getting cranky and melting. I'm like, it's night time. It's the night, daddy. And she's ready. She don't even fight it. She's ready to go. So that's why I felt so bad. Because here we are, 12:30 at night. We're at Gramercy. I'm still about to finish my last spot. And of course, this is my job, so I'm not telling anybody don't talk and shit because she shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So people are talking normal. So she slept, but she'd pop up every now and again and make sure I'm still there. And I felt so down. I felt like such a bad dad for that.
I think you shouldn't because I think that's commendable that you you're taking care of your shit. And I think that's like, I mean,
it's different when you're doing something to literally pay the bills, put food in their mouth, and make sure that you're being a responsible dad. That's
also
part of
you
being
want
a
them
dad.
to see you. Like, I think it's important to show your kids that you like follow your dream and shit like that. Like, you're not doing some job that you hate. You're not like in some fucking office and you're like punching out and like fucking draining the life out of you.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I wouldn't feel bad about it. I mean, if you did it every weekend, I would.
Well,
go
that's
like,
what I'm saying. And even the manager, even Joe, was like, he's like, Phil, it's been 2 years. I've never even seen your daughter. He was like, buddy, clearly this is an emergency. He was like, it's no big deal. And I was like, I just want to apologize again because I normally don't do shit like this. You know?
No, but that is an important thing too, is because I think the reason why I'm so intense about stand up and wanting to continue it to like to the ends of the earth is because my parents more or less were like, dreams die as soon as you guys get here.
That's what they told us.
My dad quit acting. Like my mom stayed at home, all that stuff. And it just became very clear that they did stuff because we were there, and they acted as though we showed up on their front stoop and they had no choice but to take us in.
Right.
And it's like, I want my sons to know that, like, hey, if this ends, it's my fucking choice.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with you because you were my choice.
Right.
And then I do want you to see, though, that you can also still go after shit when you guys get here.
And there's got to be a small level of resentment, even though I don't think they'd ever tell you. I was like, I feel like you have to feel some type of way.
They told me.
Yeah. Oh, they told you. Oh, shit. Yeah. I was going to be great.
We didn't want you. We didn't want you. But here you are, and it's legally our responsibility.
I just found out I was a Save the Marriage baby.
Really?
I didn't know that. Yeah. I think a couple months ago, my sister told me that my mom and her moved out. And
Mike,
they were
you're
living
crying right now. I don't know if you
sorry.
know.
Yeah, right. I'm like, do they know a baby's never saved a marriage? What the hell?
No,
I think
totally made
I think
things
I was
worse.
similar. I think I think I was like an accident kind of thing. Like it was like they were not doing well and had sex and then were pregnant and thought like, now we got something to work towards.
Yeah.
God, isn't it crazy how fucked up our parents were?
But
like,
I also
what world?
like I don't understand because we have these family friends who they had one kid and they were the type of people that got married and we were kind of like, that doesn't seem like you were that stoked on each other, And then they had one kid and it seemed kind of to be working and all that stuff. And then they had a second kid and it fucking was nuclear. Like they hate each other, that kind of thing.
Well, second kid, from speaking, like not the only reason, but like my wife and I are together because we were rock fucking solid.
Yeah, of
like
course.
2 kids is another level of chaos and planning and Tetrising your schedule and compromising and communicating and just, I mean, you think 1 kid is a lot. You have to, it's that jump again where it's like, you think it's like, oh, it's more of the same. But it's the exact difference of going from no kids to 1 kid, and then 1 to 2 is like, oh, this is another brand new thing that I did not have any experience with.
But y'all got damn near 3 decades in, Mike. Like you are like the rare case. Like y'all have the strongest of foundations. Most people will never have that type of foundation.
You guys
just
got to
don't have
do
the
a bunch
time.
of freaky shit.
Yeah,
That's
before the
right.
kids even got here.
That's
Yeah, you know what I
right.
mean, y'all got pubes together and shit. So like, it was like,
did you guys
different.
lose virginity to each
We
other?
did, yeah.
That's what I'm
God,
saying.
that's
This
hot.
is a real love story.
That's
Like,
awesome.
You got to sell these movie rights,
I remember
bruh.
my wife's 15-year-old vagina perfectly.
That's the archives you go to. He's a pervert.
You compare
my
them.
own mind. It's
my
fine.
own mind.
You can't arrest me. There's no thought crimes.
I used to have a joke about how this is true. When you fall in love with somebody, that is how they will look to you for the rest of your life. Like
Really?
that's true. But it's like
It's like an Instagram
I got
post.
together with my wife when she was in her like mid-30s.
Gross.
And I'm like, we're gonna be like 60 sitting in bathtubs, and I'll be like, "You don't look a day over 38 years old." Okay.
This is great. Phil, what do you have to promote?
Yeah, what do you
You're the
wanna-
best. We'll have you back.
Hey,
this
this
is
is
so
awesome,
fun.
dude.
Man, thank you guys. Career's at a standstill right now.
Let's
so
get him.
Let's get him
right now,
going,
guys,
yeah.
in all seriousness, things are going great. Check out my special, my debut special. It's on YouTube, Gentrification. You can just type in Phil Duckett, it'll pop up.
Yeah.
And it's also streaming on SiriusXM, Kevin Hart's LOL. And if you want to see me live, every weekend I'm at one of the New York comedy clubs, so you can always pop in and
Just to
check me out.
cosign, not that you need it. Another white man co-signing, but Phil is fucking absolutely hilarious. He's a beast on stage.
Thank you, brother.
One of my favorite comics to watch. One of my favorite hosts, also, just
Thank
because
you.
you really truly set the table for a good night.
Thanks.
You do material, which is great.
Yeah, crowd work and material. That is the key to being a good host.
It's a healthy mix.
Yeah.
It's great, as opposed to the one note, whatever the fuck. But I mean, you're an awesome comic, and
Thank you, buddy.
yeah, I want everybody follow Phil. He's
Thanks,
fucking
man.
fantastic.
Talk about the hosts you don't like.
Name names.
So, thank you so much for
Andy,
coming
man,
down, man.
thank you,
Really
buddy.
good to hang
Yeah,
with you.
man.
Appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
Bye, guys.
Peace.